It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. My computer makes a noise. My phone makes a noise. Everything's making a noise. Turn all the noises off. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Muffin Show. I'm going to pop over here. Just remind everyone this is the Morning Muffin Show, your morning carbo load of real estate. And today we have Gigi Tillis with us, and we are doing homebuyer education and where to find it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So back in the day, I used to pre-COVID, we used to have first-time home buyer classes like in person in rooms, and now everything is online. But people are so burnt out on Zoom, they kind of want to go and do their own research. And so we are here to share some of the places where we get our information in hopes that you guys follow the rabbit holes and then call us when you're ready, or if you need more explanation around things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, and it's nice that things are kind of opening back up, so you can maybe be creative with some social distancing if you could do a small huddle or something like that. But for sure, everyone's trying to stay safe, so online is the place to go to find home buying classes.
Let me pop on here because I'm going to put some of these links in the comments. So you guys will all have all the attachments and stuff. Gigi, which one do you want me to share first?
I think I sent one for frameworks, and that's a really good one. It's $75, but sometimes your lender can get you a code to get it for free. So once you're in process, frameworks it's not very expensive. $75 isn't expensive at all. It is your own cost that you have to pay. If you go through like a program like Neighborhood Works or something like that, so I'll start by saying good old Google or Bing is a good place to just start putting in if you're kind of aware of what kind of loan you're wanting to get, whether it's an FHA or a conventional. You could just put in conventional home buying class or FHA home buying class. Depending on the programs that you use, you have to do a home buying class. So if you're doing a first-time home buying, if you are a first-time home buyer and you're going conventional and you're wanting to do the lower down payments, they want you to be educated around what you're getting yourself into. So then you would do a home buying class, and a home buying class such as the frameworks would satisfy that condition. It's a condition on your loan that you'd have to complete a home buying class for that.
I have had a couple clients take the class and it scared them into waiting an extra year because they were like, you're right. We totally aren't prepared for this. We thought it would be so easy. And they didn't think about all the extra associated costs. Like, I'm going to need a ladder. Like, I'm going to need
a snowblower here or an ice pick in some places nowadays.
I know. And they're like, I'm going to need, they were, I need a lawnmower. I need a snow blower. I don't know if I want that, like there were all kinds of things like plungers. Yeah. Like there's things that you need that you might not necessarily have thought of or taken for granted. So these classes, I love, they are a great start, and you can actually, some of them have, they give you a certificate of completion, and you only need to take it once, and it'll have like an expiration date on some of them. And if it is expired, you actually don't have to take it again. You could just call them up and get a new certificate.
Get it renewed. Yep, exactly. So I always say kind of just be aware of what you're trying to do. So if you're getting a condo, and you're getting a first-time home buyer's loan and wanting maybe down payment assistance or not, and you need to take that first-time home buying class, you don't necessarily need a lawnmower or all these other things, you know. If you're going into a townhome or something like that, or even a side-by-side that has an association, there's a lot of things that they'll take care of for you. So I've seen home buying classes scare people away. And I've even seen people not pass the class, and they're like in process and not pass the class. And so there's ways around everything. So as far as that goes, we were able to kind of reroute, get him another link and take the class, and he actually passed the second time around.
And some people just aren't good test takers, you guys. So if you're not a good test taker, let us know. We can help you.
Yeah. And two, the home, like if you were to do frameworks, it's for you. But if you were to do it with somebody like a girlfriend, or if you're both kind of trying to go down the home buying route together, maybe that's something you could do together and bounce ideas off of each other. Once you get your certificate, again, it's good for a year, and then you can ask for it to be renewed. So it's $75. You could do it with a bottle of wine or coffee. You know?
It's true. Make a night of it.
Yeah.
Date night home buyer, first time home buyer class. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going to share another one. You shared the first time home buyers handbook from the the Attorney General. And I actually, back pre-COVID, I actually would get, why didn't it share? Okay, I guess I can take that one off. Hold on one second. I got to try to share it again. I used to order them, and I have a big folders that I give all of my home buyers and home sellers. So there's a home seller's handbook as well as a home buyer's handbook and all other kinds of things. But I used to order them and put them in a folder, but now I think if I click on this, it'll say we're not doing it due to COVID. Really, I'm sure it's just costs too.
Like sending,
this is all online. You can download this PDF. It's like, actually, hold on. I might actually have one. I'm like in here. Oh, maybe not. Sometimes I have them like in my stuff. But I don't. I used the last one. But they're about 46 pages or so. And they go through, they used to, when Lori Swanson was our Attorney General, they used to have copies of contracts in there. But Keith pulled them out. And now it's very like, this is the steps that you need to take. Interview everyone. Interview the bank. This is what credit is. These are credit scams. These are... it's very in depth. And so here you go. Here's the table of contents here. You know, can you afford a house? That's something you need to look at. Although you and I both know that it's probably cheaper to buy than it is to rent in some places.
Yeah. I mean, my son, he's 25. I've been trying to get him to buy a condo, and right now I'm helping someone get a condo. They're older, but their mortgage is going to be like $700 and some dollars. And my son cannot find an apartment for under like $1,100 right now. And then in areas that he wants to live, where it's kind of a little more trendy and fun, it's a lot more expensive. But you could also find condos in several areas that are very affordable, maybe be a fixer-upper, and you can eventually use that as an investment property.
Yeah, my very first property was a condo. I currently rent it out. I get calls all the time. I want to buy your condo. And I'm like, nope, it's my retirement plan. It's like in the city, it's walkable to everything. You know, I'm going to have this thing forever. It's one level living. It's got an elevator in the building. Like it'll be paid off, except for the association dues, which they can vary. It's an older building, so there's maintenance, and And so that's the other thing is like, I always tell people that association fees are great because they're high association fees, kind of the money goes back into the building. Also,
Mhm.
investors don't like high association dues, so it kind of keeps the riffraff out and the rentals and all kinds of things. But talk to your loan officer and talk to your real estate agent if you are interested in buying a condo or townhome, so we can walk you through those HOAs a little bit better. See how-
Yes, exactly. And that's why I think where home buying education starts. Like something you've said is, does the customer know what they want? And that was never really my approach to help them like get a full understanding of what they really want, you know. And I think that's important, is to understand what they want and even for how long. And those types, that's how you kind of tailor your education to you and what
Mhm.
your goals are versus just going to get a degree.
Well, I love that you said that. We often, I mean, home buying is a goal, right?
Mhm.
And it's not necessarily a dream. When does it turn from a dream to a goal? And a goal has, measurable actions. And
Yep,
we, as part of the process, can help you reach those benchmarks and help kind of guide you through it. And I love that. Like, that ability to help other people actualize.
absolutely. Yeah, like unshelf their dreams. That's my whole thing.
And you you were talking about landlords. So I'm going to share another screen about the landlord education options because you went and mentioned that um, option that it could be an investment property down the road.
Hmm.
Oh, boo. Now I'm going to have to share it again. Hold on. It's making me do this twice. Sorry. Share. There it is. Okay. Excellent. I love this. And this is through the same Neighborhood Works program.
Yeah, they're extremely informative. Neighborhood Works. If you call them up, they have a lot of resources. So they kind of focus in St. Paul, but they definitely have a lot of resources. And they partner with a lot of Minneapolis. They help out in the whole 11 county area. They've been a great resource to me as a lender, but they can also be a great source to anyone in the community.
Oh, I love this. Okay. I'm just going to scroll through the page a little bit so you guys can kind of have it. So here's the landlord options page. I love be a better landlord. I love that. That is so true. And there are certain laws that are being passed too about, okay, so like crime here, for example, people are always asking me about crime. And then you can come and you can look at these things because I can't tell you about it, about safety and fair housing. I'm going to use my quotation marks because it's in the eye of the beholder. It's
Yep.
completely subjective. So objective, subjective. Which one is it? Do you haven't had
Maybe a
enough?
little bit of both.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
So for the sake of time,
Mhm.
I don't want to get too deep into this, but there are really great things. And okay, let's talk about, so for example, down payment assistance.
Yep.
You can actually get that if you want to buy like a duplex or a triplex or a quad. But anything above a quad is considered commercial. So maybe, for example, you wanted to buy a duplex and rent the other half out, you can do that and then partner with, this classes and things like this and educate yourself, but also do down payment assistance for that.
Yeah, so down payment assistance does require, so MHFA, there's a ton of different programs, but the MHFA program does require down payment assistance. Does require you do a home buying class. And actually a fourplex or a fourplex is considered residential. Now, anything over 5 now is commercial. So if you were to do 1 through 4 doors, you could actually be, there's a whole thing of like mortgage hacks now, like how to not pay your mortgage and live in one unit and rent out the others. And it is a mortgage hack where you're kind of living for free.
Mhm.
I have helped people get into duplexes, and the first thing they ask are questions about, so when do I get the leases, and can I do I have to give these people a notice, or do I rewrite the lease, and they're almost like taking over someone else's business, you know? And
Mhm.
so I found these classes, and I think it's super beneficial if you are going to be a landlord to just educate yourself on what your rights are as a landlord. I mean, there's all kinds of things going on nowadays, like squatters and, you know, things like that. So you want to really kind of be informed on what you're getting yourself into, and then you'll kind of be at ease around it is a business too. Being a
Mhm.
landlord is being is it getting into some sort of a business, not just living in a single family residence. So
Yep. So there's things that you can write off,
yeah,
like doing to the property. But if you live there, you can only write off like half. I
exactly.
uh, I used to have a duplex, so I'm well versed in what you can write off and not. We sold it this past year because we didn't want to take care of it anymore. We inherited another house and we wanted to take out money and put it into the other one that we inherited. So we can talk all about other things and how to maximize. I do have an accountant that comes on once in a while on Fridays before Gigi was here that talks about itemization and what to do with the money coming in from your multifamily units.
Nice. Yeah. So those kinds of things are super important. And I think, you know, there's people follow trends, right? And it's a big trend right now to have a mortgage hack or to be able to not pay your mortgage and save income and do it again and things like that. But when you're going down even from a single family home to a fourplex or whatever your goals are to become a homeowner, I think it's important to educate yourself. So
Yes. And also, if you rent to friends, you are now their landlord and not their friend.
it's like if you work with friends, you're now their coworker, you know, same type of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so now I have one last one, and for the sake of time, I'm so sorry it's running a little long. I'm
That's
just going
fine.
to share my screen with you guys. I do have one more of my own for people that want to know more about down payment assistance and stuff like that for the duplexes and things like that. You can come here. I have a check your eligibility now for down payment, and this is my portal here. My name is at the top, Jennifer Kotas. Oh, and I will put it, sorry, I will put in here. It's not letting me share it again. Once again, it's making me do it twice.
Yeah,
I will just put it here, you guys. And it'll be a clickable link in the comments. So you guys, if you want to go and check out some more information about, you know, duplexes and things like that, feel free to jump on this website, or you can give Gigi a call. What is your phone number?
absolutely. You can reach out to me at 612-242-7569. That's my direct contact, or G Tillis at swmc.com. So that's how I can be reached.
Yeah. So G.Tillis at SWMC, short for Sunwest Mortgage Company.
Yep, exactly. .com. I'm open to text and, you know, setting up time to have brief conversations around kind of what your goals are when it comes to home buying classes. But like Jen said, that with the down payment assistance, it's super. There's tons of programs out there for down payment assistance. The as far as like your income is important and different things like that. So yeah, we're definitely here to help walk you through kind of what you need to get things done. So
Yeah, and these are just sites and education sources that we're putting on today, and we can talk more about down payment assistance on a later date and really just go deep into that rabbit hole if you want. What are we
exactly.
doing next week? I'm pulling out my giant binder here.
It looks like spring.
Yeah.
Colorful.
I know. Sorry. Okay. prioritizing yourself and your family, how to set goals and timelines. I love that. Next week, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gigi, and you have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. You too, Jen.
Okay. Bye.